Okay, it is. I hope you can see me, and I know you can hear me because it is Sunday. It is Sunday. Let me roll up the window. Okay, it's kind of dark now. It's getting darker. That's why I want to do this very quickly. It is. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I gotta get ready before I do this. I'm back at the Pride Yard. My truck was in the shop. It just came out of the shop. I know you can see me. What I'm trying to do while it's still light is do my job that you guys wanted me to do. I'm gonna try to run over to the Sap Brothers and just go over at least another truck stop. And because they have something there called idle air, and I'll at least put that on while it's still light out. What I did was, today is Sunday, August the 13th. The last time you heard me, I was ranting about something, or you know what it was? It was like dusk. It was only my second day of vlogging, and I used up all the film in 2 discs. That's 64 kilobytes, whatever. 64 megabytes. And I mean, I bought a new disc, and what I'm doing here is, 1 minute. I bought a new disc on me because I really appreciated the project, and I really appreciated being able to download everything I recorded so far. So it's almost like personal project. I'm sending you everything tomorrow because I asked that, and you said I could keep it until tomorrow. And I just want to take one more disc. I just bought another one to sum up everything and just keep talking and vlogging. It's been almost a week. I said, step away from the camera, girl. I was using one little card a day. I used one, and then I used another one. It was like, oh my gosh! And I just downloaded all of it, and I'm loving it. I think it's great. You're going to have a lot more information than you want. Some of it's boring, but I like it, and I did appreciate it. Oops, sorry. So I'm getting out of the Pride Yard. Anyway, the last you heard from me, I'm in Washington somewhere, or Oregon, and I'm enjoying the sunset. And it was a good way to end it, but I didn't kind of want to end it there. I wanted to step away from the camera. Whoa, girl, you really outdid yourself for a few days, and look at the truck stops and go over a summary of what I wanted to tell you about the truck stops. But while it was light, this is my last chance. It's Sunday night. I promised to put this in the FedEx tomorrow. It's still light, maybe for another half hour. And before I did any of that summary stuff, I wanted to run over to the local. Jojo's still fine. I didn't lose Jojo, even though he did get out a few times, and I'll tell you about that. I could do more talking tonight when it's dark. I could go inside the driver's lounge and just talk to you in there about the summary and everything. But for now, just while there's a little bit of light, I'm going to see if I can get over to the Sap Brothers and show you the idle air. I'm sorry, it's just something that's new, and I've never tried it, and I just thought I would show you something truck related.
South 5600 West, UT 172.
Very quickly, Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's get over there. So I'm heading over there now, and I can show you the idle air, whatever. I'm just going to try to do my job a little better. There's also, while I'm on my way there, maybe I could talk to you a little bit about the things I'm finding important. Now, let's do that. Let's do the summary of what's important. I think what you wanted to know, I did a lot of background about myself in there, and that's the personal part, and I'm glad you allowed me to do that because I have it on film now. I was able to download everything onto my computer. I have all this footage, and it's almost like that's my personal stuff that I'm sending you, in addition to the first disc. So I'm not going to ask to be reimbursed for the discs or anything like that.
In 1/4 mile, take the entrance to the right on UT 201 East, Salt Lake, West 2100 South.
So I'm headed to the Sap Brothers in Salt Lake City. It's probably get dark by the time I'm there. Doggone it. Well, I'll try. It's cool.
Take the entrance to the right on UP 201 East, Salt Lake, West 2100 South.
Alright, let's just get on the freeway and I'll talk to you a little bit later and do a summary a little later. I have tons of hours now because I'm not going to be able to use up all the hours. I might. I mean, I can't imagine talking for hours and hours just tonight. I have a lot of stuff to do. So, but just do a little bit more of my job, which is to go to, there's a Sap Brothers and there's a Flying J and maybe a Pilot, and maybe I'll just hit them all up tonight while I start to do my job, even though it's late at night. So the things that are important to me, you say, how do you pick your truck stop? And I think that's what you guys want to know. Okay, you want to know how I'm picking my truck stops. Okay, so I know, number one, that there's 4 truck stops I go to because, or 3 mostly, because that's what my fuel card has. And I've mentioned this before, just in summary. So I'm already limiting myself.
Continue on this road for 3.5 miles.
I'm already limiting myself to TA, Flying J, Pilot. Those are sort of 2 the same to me because we use the same, what is that called? Cards. I don't know what it is. And Lux. We also have an account at Sap Brothers. So what I have is a Pride fuel card. And those are the only, I gotta put this up. It's too loud. Those are the only 4 truck stops, 4 companies, see, that this Pride card works at. You stick it in there, and I don't have to pay for it. It's like a fuel credit card. And it works at Sap Brothers, TA, Loves, Pilot, and Flying J. So that's how I pick my truck stops in general. I'm not gonna, if I can avoid it, if I can go to one of those 5, I'm gonna go there because that's where my fuel card, that's where my company has accounts for. So on that level, the very first level is it a SAPS, or that's my first question. I'm looking for one of those 5 major truck stops. The smaller ones, okay. After that, the next important criterion, the next important criterion, singular, for me is how many miles. I mean, I usually do 600 miles a day. I was trying to head east so I could show you the TA. Like from here, I know it's 600 miles from Salt Lake City to Ogallala. There's a TA there. I stopped there. And then it's 600 miles from the TA in Ogallala to the Iowa 80 truck stop, which has a TA and a Pilot and a Loves. I mean, that one, okay? So it's the mileage. It's how many miles I'm going to do. And that's the second choice, really, for me. And it has nothing to do with clean bathrooms and this and that and the other. I'm going to pick a SAPS, a Flying J, one of those 5 major things within a certain number of miles. I usually like to do 600 miles a day, but it's mainly when I'm going to travel is what determines it. None of this other stuff. Now, after that, it becomes who has the best Wi-Fi. That's important to me. And Loves has the best Wi-Fi. So, but then, other factors come in after that, which is sometimes Loves is smaller. So then another factor is, okay, who has the best Wi-Fi? And I should have written it down. Oh, I'm sorry about this. But another factor is, and they're all the same. Who keeps the perimeters clean? The perimeter being clean is important to me. And also, who doesn't smell like pee? But all 5 truck stops are the same in that area. I mean, I've been to some that smell like pee. It's usually in the urban centers. And I'm sorry about this Loves, but the Loves in Nashville struck me. And also the TA in Boise, and there's also a TA in Maryland. It's like the urban centers. They smell like pee there. So, and I already mentioned this. If you can, I'm saying, if you guys want to know
In
how...
half mile, keep to the right on I-215 North.
Okay, if you guys want to know how a truck stop could have an edge over the other truck stops out of those 5 I told you about, like, say that it's not that bad, but the pee thing, say that you're actively trying to decrease the pee smell out there. It's not that bad. I would say it's not as bad. It's not that bad, but I would look into that because if you were to, I don't know if that's a cool thing to advertise.
I-215 North.
But I bet you if you secretly did a little multiple choice test to most truck drivers and it said If you wanted to stop at a truck stop, and out of all these choices, well, they all have clean showers, is it? All else being equal, they all have clean showers. Okay, that's true. And they all pretty much clean up the perimeter. But they all have a pee smell. So you say,
well, take exit 21, California Avenue.
So anyway, I was just throwing out ideas. I thought that if you could actively find a way to get to, you know, not have pee smells, that would be an attractive advertising campaign. Not an advertising campaign, but, you know, I don't know. It's very taboo, so I don't know if you know, like a little sign at the fuel desk that says, you know, we are actively trying to decrease the urine smell in our parking lot, and please report it to us so we can take care of it immediately. And I mean, if it smells like pee and you know where it is, go out there with this anti-urine stuff that you have for cat stuff and clean it up immediately, or make it known to the truckers that this is something you're working on. And, you know,
1/2 mile, take exit 21, California Avenue.
Anyway.
And then keep to the right of 0.2 miles.
Anyway, that was just, oh, now it's already dark. So I tried to rush out here and it's not going to work. That's okay. It's okay. I mean, I tried to rush out here in the daylight to show you what's called the idle air. So anyway, that was one idea I wanted to tell you that I thought about, is none of this other
take
stuff.
Exit 21, California Avenue, and then keep to the right of 0.2 miles.
So anyway, I'm hoping that you, after all these hours and hours of watching me blah blah blah, that I get at least one idea from that. And it seemed like one idea was the P thing. If one of the 5 decide to actively
keep to the right on California Avenue, and then approaching destination on the right side.
It's right here.
950 feet.
Okay, Mildred. Sometimes Mildred can go on. I see the Sapp Brothers Mildred, and I could turn her down now, but it's okay. She's almost done. She's gonna say it one more time. When I'm at the Sapp Brothers, Salt Lake City, I'll go out and I'll look and I'll see if it smells like pee here. Oh, I'm here. And I'll also go to the Flying J around the, if there's I think there's a pilot around here somewhere.
Approaching destination at 500 feet on the right side.
Okay. It's pretty, and I know there's, oh, by the way, I checked here yesterday because I came to the chiropractor here. So the chiropractor, the dentist, I've mentioned that before. I like that. It's a nice feature.
You have arrived at your destination on the right side, 1940 California Avenue.
But I'll tell you what, there are no air pressure hoses here. And I'll tell you who was good at air pressure hoses was Love's, and they had the right chucks for me along the way. But yeah, and I figured out the bent chucks I think are for older trailers, because I looked at an older trailer and I said, oh, they need the bent chucks. So the newer straight chucks are for the newer trailers, and the bent chucks. So these places should have air pressure hoses and both chucks, like one or the other for me. So we're here, and I'm going to show you the idle air. I'm going to take you out while it's still a little bit light. They're kind of fun. There's like these big tubes. It's idle air. It's a way to cool the truck where you don't have to idle it. And I haven't seen it at very many truck stops, but I'm going to bobtails only. You know what? I'm going to hurry. Bobtails on the idle air. Wow. I'm going to hurry up because I might even actually try to put it in my truck here. No, it's too late. I just want to show you the idle air while it's still light out. And they have idle air if you're bobtailing, and it says idle air for bobtails only. And what I'm going to do is just park it because I really need to get out and walk around. Oh, bobtail parking only? Yeah, that's cool. Let's just bobtail it in here. Oh, whatever. I'm just going to bobtail it in here. All right, I'm going to park it, back it up. Oops, are you coming out, buddy? Let me get in first. Let me get in. I'm almost done. I'm almost there. I hope it's light enough. I did see the video of me talking in the dark for like an hour or something. I'm sorry about that. Whatever. I mean, I'm glad I have it. I recorded it. It's like a personal thing. That's why I'm not going to ask for reimbursement on these extra tapes. And the first tape you sent me had some other things on it, so it was a little bit shorter. It has like other stuff, like other, I don't know if you know. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind a lot of this stuff being shown to other people, but some of it I don't, so I hope you can. Okay, so I'm going to take you out right now, and I'm going to show you the idle. I'm just going to walk out there while it's still light. I hope you can see it, so I do my job at least a little bit. All right. Hey, Jojo. I don't even know if you can see him. Guard the truck, Jojo. I'll be right out. Please be light enough so I can at least do part of my job, showing you truck stop. And then I'll talk your ear off later about my summary of what I think is important. the pee smell. I'm also going to check the pee smell here. I mean, literally, just walk through the parking lot and see if any of the little places smell like pee. Seriously. Okay. But Love's in Nashville, unfortunately, really, I remember that. And I think it is hard to keep the pee smell out of the urban areas. Okay, it is. Still one. I think that's the general thing, because Boise, Idaho too, and out in the country I don't smell the pee quite as bad, but, and the trash thing too. This place looks pretty clean. Okay, idle air. I'm going to show you this. It's set up. I haven't set it up. I wish I could have had the time to have done this earlier today and shown you. Now, apparently, it looks like you could pay cash or credit card for this, but our company sent us a notice a long time ago that said that we don't have to pay for that. We have an account, so we can get idle air if we want to. I've just never done it. And if you can see, oh, please tell me it's still light enough where you can see this. All these trucks along here are hooked up to idle air. And it's on the other side too. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so that's idle air, and that's on both sides. And here's some trash right here, see? Now, it's not a lot. It's just there, and it should be picked up. Either another trucker, but there isn't much trash here at the SAPS. Is it what? Yeah, that's not too bad. Some truck stops are a lot worse. This is pretty good, truck stop. Do you do idle air?
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what you do? How do you like it? You love the idle air. Do a lot of truck stops have idle air? No, okay. I know only the Sap Brothers, and I've seen maybe one other across the country, but is it something?
A lot of them used to, but they took them out.
Oh, they used to have idle air, but they took them out?
A lot of truck places did, yeah.
Oh, okay. Why? Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
Too
many problems.
Too many problems?
Each one of those is a refrigerator unit, air conditioning unit.
Each one is a separated refrigerator unit, and
Yeah.
it's just not worth the extra. I mean, idling, I guess, is cheaper, I guess, or I don't know. Okay.
No, it depends. I mean, if you're an owner-op, this is cheaper for you than...
Oh, yeah, if you're an owner-operator, well, then it's the same for a company. Then it's probably cheaper for the company to pay this, too, than have all your trucks idling. Okay, that's cool. I see you got a whole, like, satellite dish set up here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wow, you're like... DirecTV, man, you're all set up. You've got the idle air, DirecTV, and I see you're like a co-driver, right? Okay. Oh, that's cool. So you haven't. So they used to be in a lot of different places, and now they're not. Okay. I've never tried it. I mean, I guess it's really cool. I mean, cool literally. And cool.
It is nice.
Yeah. It's nice. Okay.
Yeah. Nice and cool on the truck. Plus you got power on it. You got 4 outlets on it.
Oh.
Electricity.
Oh, so you get electrical too.
And you get internet.
And internet. So it's just basically a way to make sure you don't idle your truck.
And
And
cable TV hookup.
a cable TV hookup. Okay, so and that all comes on the idle air. And how much is it per night?
It's like $20 or something like that.
$20 for the whole, like 12 hours or something, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it has not only the air cooling. Idle air has air cooling, 4 plugs, so you don't have to, like I had that problem, when the battery runs out. So 4 plugs and a DirecTV. It circulates air. It takes air out and puts it in, and that's the refrigerator. Wow, for $20, that's not bad, and it does definitely save on fuel then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Compared to what you pay a gallon for fuel and sit there and idle.
Yeah, okay, so that works. It's just too bad that they're not making money off of it, or as you said, they're trying to repair the refrigeration units too much. And
yeah, there used to be a lot of places that had them.
I thought it was brand new, but I guess it
No,
it was
been around
new.
for years.
It's been around for years, and now they're taking them out. Okay, it's just new to my company because
Some
they just
places still have them, some don't. It's like hit and miss. And Sap Brothers, a lot of them have the
Sap Brothers.
So it's nice when we get near one. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
you'll always
idle
go.
air,
Yeah,
idle
if you
air.
have an idle air, you'll definitely go to that truck stop, right?
Right.
And if it's full, I mean, all the idle airs every time I come here are full. So
Makes me mad as the guys that
they park there and then they don't use the idle air. Now that they say that's not allowed. Those guys should be booted out of there because they said you have to park here, you have to use the idle air.
Right.
But they
Taking it from someone else who might want to
might use it. Yeah, and that's bad. Because, I mean, that's not. I mean, the signs are clear that you can't park there unless you're using idle air.
Right.
So you know. So.
Unfortunately, they close down at 8 o'clock, so after 8 o'clock.
Oh, actually, anybody can park there. Okay.
Right.
Idle air closes down at 8 o'clock. If you're not here before 8, you can't use idle air, or what?
I'm not sure. We got in before 8, but I know that their office closes at 8.
Okay.
It's just separate, actually, from Sap Brothers. So they have their
Oh.
own little office at the end
I
of
see
this
the own
road.
office, so they are separate. It's like they're contracted out from Sap Brothers.
Probably rent space here to,
Okay.
but they make plenty of money off
But they're taking a lot of truck spaces. I mean, I'd pay the $20. Oh, I see. He's parking there and he's not even paying $20. Is that right? Oh, I see. See, if I had to and I didn't want the idle air, I'd pay $20 just for the parking spot. But he's not paying and he's not using idle air. And I think somebody probably could while they're gone because there's like a credit card thing you could. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You could like sort of get it automatic.
Well, when you bring idle up, well, first of all, you need the adapter to go in your window.
Oh, and they have that there. You don't
you
have-
buy them from them, but you keep those.
Oh, so
take
once
them
you
with-
buy the adapter the first time, you're set for idle air
set.
and you just store it in the truck.
Right, and basically
like that
it
plastic.
just clicks right in.
Right into the window. I see that. Okay.
And then when you open up the panel, then you swipe your card or whatever, and you can order it right through that device right there.
Okay, so if you parked here and the device is here, you don't even have to go up there to
No.
do your card. You could swipe your credit card right here.
Yep, plug it right in and
Wow.
swipe your card.
You've got it all set up. It's too bad it's not very many places. I haven't seen the idle air very many places. And I was just going to start using it, because Pride said something like, we don't need to pay for it. They were going to pay for it.
Right.
So, and I haven't set it up and haven't
A lot
bought
of
the
companies, if they're paying for the fuel,
they'll pay for the idle
pay
air.
for this over the fuel.
I would too. Well, that's too cool. And you work for Covenant. Covenant doesn't pay for it. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Is that where Covenant is based? Oh, Covenant's paying for this.
They're paying for our idle air.
Covenant's cool.
Yeah, they're a good company.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. You like Covenant? I'm talking to some people in Tennessee right now. This video project is from people in Tennessee. I kind of like Tennessee. I love Tennessee, but Covenant, I didn't know they were from Tennessee. I'm just new, so.
Yeah.
So Covenant's paying. Good for Covenant. Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, that's good talking to you. I'm glad I had a chance to talk to you. I mean, it said on here. Well, look, maybe you guys know this guy. See, they said on here, don't talk to other patrons at the other places. But I mean, I'm sure you're okay. It's a internal video, and I'm supposed to go to different. I'm vlogging for a week, and I'm trying to tell them how I determine what truck stops I go to. I mean, in your case, if it's an idle air, you're going to it.
Right.
Me, I don't know yet because it's anywhere I could park. But
a lot of times that's what it is for us too, and a lot of times you have to get there before like 5 o'clock.
I know to get parking. Yeah,
It's really tough.
I do okay. I do all right, but
But on
that's
the weekends it's not so bad because a lot of people are home for the weekends.
yeah. Weekends is not bad.
So see, we drive 7 days a week.
Oh yeah,
8
because you're
days a week.
8 days a week
Yeah.
because you're team.
We're a team, so.
Well, you go, boy. You go. You doing
And then,
okay?
like, right now we're sitting waiting for our next load, so.
Oh,
which
you're
is
not-
nice because then we could take showers, do our laundry. Stuff
Yeah.
like that, so.
Okay.
But usually we're running back-to-back loads. And we just came from Texas. Before that we were up in Missouri. Before that we were.
Yeah, you're all over the country. Then. Yeah, it's great. I love
We
it.
bounce around. It's great. So far I'm totally in love with Wyoming.
Wyoming. Wow.
Wyoming's absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. I said that. I said every state is beautiful. I like even going to New
every
York.
state is beautiful, but I'll tell you what, if I had to pick one,
Wyoming,
would
isn't
be
it? It surprises a lot of people when I say Wyoming. I've said that before. I said, man, it's like there's no trees or anything, but the sunsets especially, it's so wide open, and it's like
Wyoming is so textured because you have your mountains,
Yeah.
and you have your green and the snow,
Yeah,
and all that, and then you have your plains. So I mean, it's very
Isn't it?
textured.
All these states are beautiful.
It's God's country.
See, he knows it. Oh, it's God's country. See, and he works for Covenant, so he should know. Thanks for talking to me, and thanks. Yeah, you too. One thing I noticed about Covenant is very nice, but truckers just love. I mean, they're very nice, and they love talking, and they love, you know, they're just very friendly and very open. And I just have never had too bad of it, you know. I haven't really, not every trucker I've met has been nice and open and tells me their stuff. So you guys might get a lot of this. It's too dark now. I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is, I'm not smelling any pee. I saw the trash. I'm kind of done. I'm done with the project. I talked to this guy, Chattanooga Covenant, and I'm kind of done with the trucker part, or, you know, with the truck stop part as far as filming the truck stop. Oh, I can go inside because it's light inside. I'm going to go inside, and there's a TV room in here just to film because, you know, I know you guys want me to film inside the truck stops. So, and I haven't done that yet very much. So, also, you notice I took a shower. I know you can hear me because I just downloaded everything, and you can hear me okay, even above all the refrigeration units running. Oh, as long as I get my finger off the audio. There's one little clip I did, and I think I had my finger on the audio. But there's no air pressure hoses here, which I don't like. I don't use them that often, but I needed it on that last trip. I had a problem with the tire. I fixed it myself, but I needed an air pressure hose. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than I should. But it just seems like a simple thing to have. You know, it just seems like like if you have fuel, you should have air pressure hoses. So here they have repair, over-the-road dental, they have a cafe, they have a chiropractor I went to last Friday evening, just to Sat Brothers. They have a Sprint store. Oh, you know what? I should probably... Let's talk about that while I'm here. So I've decided to get not the camera. I'm not going to do the camera thing. This camera is like $200 or $300, like $200, and then there's a newer version of this camera for $300. And I'm not going to do that. I think the thing was I was going to get an Android or an iPhone, which has, you know, if you guys are interested in what I'm buying, it has, right now the phone I have doesn't have good reception in like a lot of states like Wyoming and parts of Nevada, and just no reception. And I want to be connected, if I can, online all the time. So I think it's time for me to graduate up to either an iPhone or an Android. And I was at Target today and I said, look, this is what I want to do. I want to have like a webcam in the truck and record sometime. You know, I wanted to record 24 hours, but I don't think that's going to be feasible. But, you know, like when I'm not, just have a webcam and do this all the time, just vlog. And I said, how do I do this when I'm in the truck? And somebody said, well, what is your service provider? How do you get online? And I said, well, the phone I have doesn't work, and it doesn't work very well. Or they asked me what my phone was. And then I said, at the truck stops I have Wi-Fi, but it's not, you know, it's not like, and this one guy said, well, you get like an Android phone and it has a camera on it, and then you're online all the time, and you just pay for it. So I'm graduating. I'm just reporting to you that I'm graduating to Sprint, probably. And there's a Sprint shop right here, because I think they said, the rumor had it that a lot of truck drivers like Sprint better than anything else, better than AT&T and Verizon. But I'm going to get a Sprint Android from Target maybe tomorrow, or not quite yet. Let me finish this project and let me make sure everything's okay. And then I'm going to just put it on, be on a webcam in the truck with my little Sprint iPhone. I don't have to buy this camera or anything like that. So they have dental. This is Sat Brothers in Salt Lake City, and they have, and I'm mentioning this because I just talked to the Sprint people today, and they have a Sprint shop here, so I might do this. Okay, it's very clean here, except for the trash I showed you. They have everything you need. It's like it's just a standard Sat Brothers, just a standard truck stop. This one's a little bit bigger than usual. It's a Burger King. Food, electronics, and a Burger King. I'm going to go upstairs. Oh, and the ice cream sandwiches. I'm telling you, if I buy junk food, I'm going to do it right now. Actually, I'm kind of hungry. Oh, if I'm going to buy junk food at a truck stop, it's going to be Rice Krispies squares or an ice cream sandwich. One of those two things. That's my junk food weakness. I'm going to buy an ice cream sandwich in a minute, but I want to take you upstairs real fast. finish this project out. I feel like I haven't filmed enough of inside of truck stops the way you guys wanted me to. So there's the dental office. I come here. I've been here 3 or 4 times because I hadn't been to the dentist in like 2 or 3 years before I got this job, and he said my teeth are in good shape. One of the things I wanted to tell you, because there's some guys in the lounge right now, I wanted to tell you, when I played back the videos, I was surprised. My tooth, when I was about 15, I don't know, feeling self-conscious about this tooth because it doesn't look the way it used to. When I was 15, I was playing broom ball on the ice or ice hockey, whatever, and I fell tooth first. And that tooth slowly died over the next 15, 20 years. When I was about 35 or something like that, it darkened, and then it finally fell out. So this is a fake tooth. And he says his tooth is fine. He said it's okay for now, as long as it's not.
What are you talking?
So it's like all these patrons walking by. Who are you talking to? So anyway, I like my smile, but it doesn't look as. It looks a little different than it used to. It looks a little bit bucked. The tooth, the ceramic tooth, this fake tooth that I got in when the other tooth fell out, my real tooth fell out. It looked great when it first went in, but now it's starting to come out a little bit, and it's fine. He says it's fine as far as being useful and everything, but he says for looks and everything, if you ever want to replace it, he's going to do it. You know, he gave me a quote and everything, and I might do that. But for now, it's serviceable. But it is starting to fall down a little bit and get a little bit crooked. So I do have a little bit of a bucked smile. I don't mind. I thought it looked fine, but it just surprised me when I looked at the video and I saw my tooth being a little bit bucked. So it's a fake tooth. That tooth is gone. So you walk down the hall, chiropractor. He's going to be back at 9 a.m. on Monday. I saw him last Friday. I couldn't get to my regular chiropractor guy. So I came here. Showers. See, they clean. They have a bunch of showers down here. I'm just going to be very quiet. Laundry. Hi. Laundry looks great. I've never had a problem with laundry.
You were gambling with me that night, Walter. With me. Brandon knew it because he knew you. He told me he was just sure you were watching somehow. So he asked me the other stuff, and I
Showers. Okay, let me go out the outside exit. I'm done in here. I just want a nice place to talk to you. Oh, I'll check the bathroom downstairs. And then I'll talk to you about it. Of course, because that's all I do. Just talk. Yeah, my tooth. Also, you'd notice Hi, sorry, talking to the camera, not to myself. It's like, who are you talking to, crazy girl? We'll go in the bathroom, see if anybody's in there. Okay, beautiful. So, anybody in here? And they have a scale! Yay! I should weigh myself. It's not the morning or anything, but I haven't seen a scale for a while, so I'm gonna weigh myself. Let's see, I got the other boots on. I put my new boots on and I was weighing more than anything. I'm not gonna be honest here. I think I just, don't wanna look. I've been eating kind of funny lately. 148. It is worse than 146. I'm going in the wrong direction, but it's okay. It's cool. I'm glad I weighed myself. Okay, so the bathroom here looks really clean. Hi. So, 2 things. My wrist, when I saw myself, my wrist says, has a tattoo, and you're going, what the heck does that thing say? It says, don't hate the haters. I know, it's so silly. It's like I have this, it's the only tattoo I have, and even my tattoo's kind of corny. It was just something that Cyndi Lauper said once. See, it's very clean. It smells good in here, too. So just